Hello, Darren TV Land. This is Darren and Ryan. We're gonna make an ugly duckling into Elvis Presley.
Not a swan.
Hey, well, whatever. So we hope you enjoy the show, and we'll see you at the end.
Are you gonna post this someplace?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
No way. Decided to make it entertaining for myself. So I heard there's a dead rat somewhere in the, they put poison, I guess, down there. And the rat ate it, and he died somewhere up in here.
Oh,
'cause
great.
The smell's going into the girl's dressing room.
Oh no, that's awful. Okay. So this is the lighter color
Okay.
for your foundation.
Okay.
So this just goes all over the place.
Oh, good. We got dinner music. So you do my whole face in this, right?
Yeah.
And this is light enough to cover up, right?
Yeah. I mean, this is, you could actually maybe shear it out for a day.
What do you mean? What does that mean?
I mean, just maybe put a lighter coat of it on, because it is a little bit darker than your skin.
Okay.
But that's just for the stage lights.
Because I always, in my professional bag of makeup there, I always have like, it's almost white. And I put that around here because it's always dark. Yours always looks great anyway, so you don't need to.
Like dark from your
My beard
fiber punch out.
and from under my eyes, I always put the white so that it basically whites it. But your stuff works awesome, so I'm not going to question.
Well, this has more of like a pink undertone in it.
Okay.
So the pink cancels out the green from your your
Okay.
beard.
Everybody wants to be Elvis. I think one of Sarah's things is that it's not dark enough.
Your face.
Yeah.
More contour.
Well, your color is always, it's darker.
Like the color here, like.
Yeah, around. It makes me look more tanned. And hers is, it seems like it should be a little darker. So I don't know if you want to just,
Maybe it's more contour.
you think?
With her? I don't know. I don't know what she uses, but it could be the contour because I like covering your face up so you can see it on the stage. Okay, so that was just the all over color. And
Right.
this darker stuff is going to go.
It's only certain places then.
Yeah, so this just goes, start at your hairline and pull it down a little bit.
Okay.
Kind of like right in your temple and pop that out.
Okay.
Across your forehead. And then just make like a little dark triangle right under your jaw.
And what happens to those lines? Do they get covered up with something else?
Yeah, when I brush over it, I'm kind of that's what I'm pressing for, so it kind of blends it out. But
Okay.
when I brush over with powder, it blends out too.
Okay.
And then for your nose, I go right down the side, curve in. This is just to make it look more like Alex's nose.
Okay.
And then with the clean side of the sponge, just go straight down there, kind of give it that shape. And then I go in with the dark powder. And go over all the dark areas. And then clear powder goes right in the middle here. So you're performing at the pageant that's going to be here?
Pageant?
October 25th?
I never heard that yet.
Oh, okay.
Why?
That's what I heard.
Really?
I'm coming here to do the makeup for the pageant.
In Tier?
My friend is doing it.
Maybe I guess I am. Didn't know. I'm doing a lot of shit.
You only need to know basics.
You've heard it well. Heard it well. I just screwed up. I made a whole tornado of a shitstorm in one day.
Why?
My former manager, I don't know if I told you that, my former manager asked me if I'd go to Canada and do a show.
Okay.
And so I knew I had to go get my working visa anyway, so I said, yeah, sure, I did. I'd go, yeah. And I didn't tell anybody that I was doing it. And then I go and the gig is booked, 300 tickets are sold, the plane fare is paid for, the deposits put down on the theater. Then I find out, and I heard that we were doing the Maui Fair.
Oh.
And then I found out it was the same fucking day.
Oh no.
This just came down like just in the last 2 days, and it was just like, you motherfucker. So I had to phone my manager, former manager.
Was it a Saturday?
Yes.
Were you going to fly back? Okay.
So fly there on a Saturday, do it, and then fly back on Sunday.
Okay.
And my former manager, I could cancel it all, and then Rick tried to move us to a different day or something like that, and ended up fucking it all up, and I lost the Saturday headlining spot at the fair, canceled the gig in Canada, so we're going to be doing Sunday for free, the Maui Fair. I pissed off him and Mike, and now my band has to work for free. I don't get paid the $2,500 I was going to make in Canada. I'm doing it for free, so everybody fucking lost because I was going to go to Canada and do a gig without fucking telling anybody.
But you...
So I don't know what I'm doing. I'm doing doing October the 2nd at where the fuck am I? October 2nd. It's a private gig, corporate gig.
Oh, okay.
I'm doing the 13th of September. Excuse me, at Merriman's for the Maui Food Bank. I'm doing the 18th of September for the mayor's birthday at the MAC, and I do the
Right.
Maui Fair on the 4th. I guess I'm doing the 25th. What a shitstorm, man.
If you're relaxed.
the smell of death can make anybody sick.
I've never smelled like that before. I'm not looking for it.
You know?
And it's so hot in the dressing room. That'd be good.
No. Hey,
buddy.
welcome to my shitstorm.
What's wrong with this shitstorm?
You didn't get my email.
No, what happened? Let me see.
Hold on. Check your email.
I hate this phone. It takes forever. I just got finished cussing my sister out
Why?
because I have her on my plan to help her out. And she takes it upon herself to order a freaking computer that Sprint gave for free, and they gave her 100 megabytes. And she's like, oh, I get 100 megabytes. I'm so happy. Well, she ran that up in a day, and the bill's already like $700 something in overages. So I'm pretty pissed about that. Do this. What are they gonna pay anyway?
I don't know. It's never been said to me.
They don't really pay that much anyway, but that's kind of jacked up that they wouldn't. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all recording?
No,
this?
go ahead. Go ahead.
It's kind of jacked up that they even give that that county fair is even giving you problems. They make millions at that place.
They wouldn't give me back the time slot. Like, who the fuck did they give it to? Like, in a day. They gave it away to somebody that is lesser than us.
Wow.
And they wouldn't give it back. You know, and Rick was trying to get it back for us, and they said no. And they said, well, could you go on the smaller stage? And he said, Burn Love ain't going on the smaller stage. We're going on the big fucking stage.
Yeah.
We'd rather not do it than to do it. So then they
Exactly.
said, okay, you can have Sunday for free. We'll pay like $50 each plus gas. And I got him and Mike just pissed at me this whole fucking because of this gig. You know.
Oh. Well,
I asked me and Robin asked for the Lord's help out of this.
Yeah.
Well, he sure helped me out on this one.
Honestly, it wouldn't be no return from the county fair anyway. That's one of them. That's less than that return would be less than Hard Rock Cafe. I guarantee you on that.
So we'll be doing it, but in the process of that, Dan was given permission to leave. He's going away for 3 or 4 fucking days because we're doing the gig a couple days, or I'm doing the gig a couple days before. You know, the one where they didn't want the band. So he said, okay, well, I'm going to go away because we were in the process of, I don't know whether Darren was going to Canada or whether we're doing the fair. And Rick said, yeah, sure, go away. Well, as it turned out, I phoned Neil and I said, okay.
It's a sick fly on you.
I said, as it turned out, I said, I canceled the fucking gig to Neil. I canceled it. You know, and pissed him off, pissed everybody off. And then I said, okay, try and get the fare back. And then we couldn't get the fare back. In the process, Rick told Dan, okay, well, you can just go. So now we know how to have a fucking keyboard player. So did you get him?
Yeah.
Good. So now I said, well, how about Gilbert? And then Graber said, well, he won't work for $50.
No.
So we may end up doing it without a fucking keyboard player.
Honestly, like I said, the only return that you would get from the county fair is local families. And we already have Kama Einenite, so they will come free anyway. But tourists don't even go to county fair.
I know we don't.
Yeah.
But I guess we're gonna do it. You know?
I think that if they can't give a Burner Love the respect that Burner Love deserves, then we're doing them a favor, honestly. I mean, nothing ever comes out of the county fair. I mean, it's not like it's like, oh, we're playing for Kaanapali Resort and stuff like that. It's just families that already know it's in.
Yeah.
It's.
That's why I said, well, let me just fucking go and do my gig. At least I make some money. I get my visa stamped,
Yeah.
and I have fun. and they're, well, the Maui Fair, there's going to be big repercussions if you don't do it, and
I've done that Maui Fair so many times, and half the time it's like, dude, just play anything. Don't even play the whole song, you know. And inside that room, no one is ever there. Like, have you've been to the Maui Fair before?
Mm-hmm.
No one with the performers. It can be Ikolu inside there. It can be Gomega, all these other fantastic groups. No one is ever really there, and we made such a mark with like the political appearances that we do. You know, like that county fair. I don't think it's going to generate much business. Good for promotion, I guess, but
yeah.
I don't know.
They're Mike and Rick are just saving face.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. We don't want to. I mean, they didn't tell me I was going to do that. They didn't tell them I was going to do a gig. They said Darren has to go get his working visa stamped. They should have said, okay, cool.
Yeah.
We wanted to stay here. We wanted to get his fucking working visa, but no, they started. Well, you cancel. We've already done our advertising for it. You're on the advertising. The Maui people are gonna hate you. And I'm like, oh,
That is not true.
Yeah.
Okay.
All this bullshit. So Rick and Mike, of course, Mike listens to whatever Rick says, and Rick makes big deals out of things. Like when I went and I did the national anthem. You got to go do this. It's Steven Tyler did it last year, and it's a big deal. And that's what Mike said. And I said, after I did it and I blew the note, and his wife caused a fucking shit storm over me blowing the one fucking word. And then it was like, and you know what? Nobody has ever come to the show saying they were even there, or that it did a fucking bit of good. And nobody even know I ever blew a note.
And heck,
it didn't do fuck all for us.
Half the local families out here get pissed that they were taken over by America anyway,
They don't want to hear the Star
They don't even want to hear the
Spangled
Star Spangled Banner, They're like, our queen was imprisoned and everything, so, I wouldn't even worry about that, man.
It was just a horse shit. And the reason why it was pushed so much was because Rick and his wife love basketball, and they said, oh, you got to go do it. And I was like, what the fuck do we do that for?
Canadians. Should have stopped and said, oh, Canada. No, but I think that where we are now, we're hitting a certain spot where we are way more than what we used to be.
Oh, I know. We could walk in somewhere and everybody knows who we are. We could get a
Exactly.
meeting like this right now.
So if we don't do it fully, not even worth doing it, But like I said, man, I don't care if it's paying $20. You asked me to be there, I'm fucking there. So
Okay.
it's all good.
All right. I'll buy you a hot dog, lips and ass. Okay.
That's cool. We're gonna rock it out tonight, dude.
Last night was killer, man.
Last night was killer. I had some audio issues because something happened with my headset and it just went out, but you never knew it. I
No.
took my earphones.
When we got to, I don't even remember where it was, but I could feel the fucking energy just flowing.
Yeah.
And the sound was great, and I'm like, fuck, this is good, man. And the
Yeah,
audience
yeah.
ready to play, so I'm hoping tonight's gonna be the same.
Yeah. Well, last I checked, it was like 160 or something like that.
All right, we'll rock them.
Yeah.
Okay, bro.
It's on.
We'll edit this part.
Yeah, cut that in post. So then with,
You've done the sideburns.
yeah, we did sideburns, which is what you do with a pencil.
Yeah.
And with your brows, I just fill them in lower than they actually are. So I start filling in where it's really sparse under here.
Mm-hmm.
And then just do it really lightly.
I left my bottle up here.
Are his longer or straighter?
They're lower, so that's why I start lower
Mm-hmm.
to bring your eyes down. Because your eyebrow is like up here, but I start lower to take away some of the eye space, and then just kind of follow the natural shape of your brows.
Or Michael Jackson would use like almost this kind of shit like putty and completely cover his eyebrows.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So then he could do his own for Michael Jackson.
You can draw his own eye. Michael
Yeah.
Jackson draws it.
And he looked at, but before he was done, he ended up looking like Spock. And then he became Michael Jackson
Right.
and drawing the lines like you down
Yeah,
the nose, in his nose, and
Close your eyes. So this is dark, going over your whole eye. Whole eye. smudging a little bit of black on your top lash line. And keep most of the black on the outer corner. And kind of whatever's left on the brush, you kind of pull into the inner corner. Right, and look up. And right. Pull the outer corner out a little bit. Just do like a quarter inch.
Like a line or something, kind of like a little.
Smudge a little, like a quarter-inch strip of black, and then I go over the dark powder to kind of lighten it up a little bit and not make it so dark. Smudge the powder in the lash line.
Do you do the under with the black too?
Yeah, but then I put the powder over that to make
Too.
sure it's
Right.
not